Okay, hello there guys, welcome back to another LibGDX tutorial. So in the previous video we improved the font a little, we improved the button, we added feedback, right? As you can see here, when we are pressing a button, its color change. We also created the credits for the game. However, one of the issues that we are facing is that we don't know what's the width of the text, and because of that we have no idea how to center the text on the screen. Right, so anyway, so after checking the internet, seems that the API has been changed since last time I used it many years ago. So there is one response on Stack Overflow here. Apparently we need to use something called a glyph layout. Okay, so now I'm gonna copy this code and work with that and see if we could uh, improve things. Sorry, just making sure I'm recording. Yes, so now in order to simplify things here, um, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna create a function that will return to me the width and height of text, if that makes sense to you guys. Okay, so now I create this function. So public static float get text width, there you go, and string text, or make it text small, no problem. So we define these guys here, we get a layout, and I pass the text variable here, text, there you go. I get the width and the height, and finally I will return the width. There you go, and semicolon, and I need to import this. Okay, it has been imported. Right, now the problem here, let me see why this one cannot resolve method. Okay, so let me see why this one doesn't accept it. So we have set text, bitmap font. Oh, I need to set the bitmap font. In this case, I'm calling it game font, right? Yes. And the text itself, I suppose, and this need to be text. Sorry. So this is the width. So now we have a function get text width. Very straightforward. So we're gonna try this, and first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna make the credit appear exactly in the middle of the screen, each line. So let's go to the title screen. No, this is not it. Let me collapse these functions, and in order to make things easier for us. Okay, so this is get text width, this is create, this is render, this is for title. Okay, this is the credit. So this is where we should do some work here. Okay, so we are checking things here. Start rendering virtual display, yes. Clear the screen, fine. And now we draw the text. Very wonderful. Now we have float exposition equal virtual width divide by 2. Okay, and subtract get text width. Okay, so I need to pass this string. There you go, this is the string, and also I need to subtract half that, not the full width. Okay, so the x will be expos, so exposition. Okay, so this should be it. If everything works fine, the credits should be at the exactly correct location. So let's have a look. Hopefully it will work. And credits, and look at that, the credits are exactly in the middle of the screen, and this is what we need. So we managed to fix that. That's wonderful. Now let's fix something else. Where is the title? Let's go to the title now. Sorry, this is initialization render. Okay, so let me collapse this one, let me open the title. Okay, so where is the part where we are drawing this? Okay, there you go. So here we have float exposition. First we need to get to the middle of the screen, so virtual width divide by 2 and subtract get text width. I need to pass this string. Okay, and divide by 2, semicolon. Very straightforward, nice. And probably I will do something similar for the buttons. Yes, yes. Okay, so let me copy this. Oh, I forgot to use the variable itself. My mistake. So we have exposition here. That's wonderful. And enter here, place this one. No need to redefine exposition. Just need to update the text being written here. Control C. And this is the text again. And what do we have? This is going to be also exposition. Now, actually, you know what? Okay, I'll make this exposition plus 100 or plus 64, whatever. Okay, so this is also going to be exposition. Sorry. Exposition plus 64. Okay, so this is what we need. Let's have a look. Okay, now this one is now working fine. Problem solved. So our title is now being centered and all looks fine. This is what we need. So we finished the credits, right? So now the credits looks nice and acceptable. We finish the title, kind of. We still have to do some things here. But anyway, when we click start game, we haven't worked out what happens when we, get hit 3 times by the enemy. Okay, so let us get hit once. Yeah, so let me work on that for a second. So let me add another wave. Okay, so where is that? Let me go to assets folder, right? We created that in the assets folder, and we have, where is the stage 1, 2, 3? So the stage 1 here, let me go and get stage 2. I'll copy stage 2 into stage 3. Okay, the only difference is that I will make this 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, and as for this one, I'll make it, this is gonna be what? This is gonna be 3 or whatever, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And finally, I will change things here. I'll make this 9, make this 8, make this 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, sorry, 2, and 1. So you might be wondering, what am I doing here? Well, I'm changing the timing, as you can see if you remember the previous tutorial, so they appear later on after some time. And also changing the path. So instead of moving in a straight line, each one will rotate towards these points. So the one at this corner will go to the one here, and one next to it will go here. The one in the middle will usually be the same, but they will, flip sides for the last wave, that is. Anyway, so let's try this out and see if it works. Okay, because I want to have so many enemies in order to kill my spaceship and also be able to see how to do things right. Okay. So here I'm not clicking, I'm using the keyboard, so okay, got hit once or twice. Oh, so I have one sheet. Okay, so you can see now we have these two guys, and now you can see these guys are moving in this formation. Okay, so when I get hit, not the enemies are being destroyed, but my spaceship need to be destroyed, right? So let's go to the game part, right? So let me close the stages, close these, and let us go to where is that? Where is the main class of the game? Did I close it? Seems like I closed it. Okay, so we open this again. Where is it? So it is here. So now let's close the title and let's go to the game screen where all the magic happens. Okay, so update the variables, checking if sprite needs to be enabled, remove enemies who are destroyed, remove explosions, remove remove explosion objects, update user input, no, process user input, no, check collision between the player and enemy. Yeah, this is what we need. So if HP is a life is lost, okay, so now when a life is being lost, we are gonna change the code here, right? So this was just for test. Okay, so what I need to do now I'm very sorry. What I need to do now is something simple. I need to reduce the lives. So player dot lives right, lives minus minus. Okay, that's fine. So now if player dot lives equals 0, at that very point we are gonna say, sorry, game over. Okay, and I should go back to the title screen, if that makes sense. Otherwise, else. Okay, so now player dot shield or what is it, HP equals what's the initial HP for the spaceship? What is the initial hit point for our player spaceship? I wonder what that is. It's 3, right? So let's go back here and make this 3 and semicolon. However, we don't want to see the player, your spaceship need to be destroyed. We need that effect, if that makes sense. Okay, so now what should happen? We are gonna change a little bit of the code of the player spaceship. Okay, so let me go here and I will add a property. So public boolean is exploding equals false. Okay, so this will indicate that our spaceship is being exploding right now, and if so the updates will be different, kind of, if that makes sense to you. So now let me go back to this one, and here I will say player dot is exploding equals true. Okay, and if I go to the player spaceship here, okay, so what do we have? We have, where's the render sprite? So the first thing I'm gonna say here, if not or actually is exploding, then don't render the normal things here, but rather go and render an explosion. Okay, we already have one there, and yeah, that's it. On the other hand, if you know, also if is exploding, then we are not gonna, you know, we are not going to update user input the normal way, if that makes sense. Okay, so what are we gonna do next? We are going to do the following. We are gonna say public explosion explosion object equals null. That's wonderful. So here I'm very sorry. So in the update part, okay, if explosion object is equal to null, this means that the spaceship just exploded, so we're gonna create an object for that. So we copy this one, we set this one equals new explosion, okay, and sorry, and then we say, oh, open this one. What's the parameter? Oh yeah, so I will say this dot x and this dot y. So I will pass the x and y location of my spaceship, okay, to the explosion object, and I suppose that's it. Okay, and next I will do the following. I will say explosion object dot update, right? Update, and I will pass the time in second. Okay. Okay, so if it is not initialized, initialize it, and then update the explosion timer. And if explosion object dot timer, okay, is smaller than or equal to 0, at that point I would say explosion. I would say explosion object equals null. So we destroy the explosion object and we just say is exploding equals false. That is wonderful. So here I would say if is exploding and explosion object doesn't equals null, at that point we just say explosion object dot render, right, render explosion, and I pass SB to it. So now our spaceship can explode. So the logic is very simple, very straightforward. This flag indicates if my spaceship is exploding right now. So if it is so, what happens? We will create an explosion object if it is not been created, and then we will update that object and just check if at another iteration it timed out, so we just remove everything. And in the render part we say if we have an explosion object and the spaceship is exploding and we have an explosion object, just to throw that instead of the normal rendering. So let's have a look and hopefully things work well. So we start the game now. Okay, so come on, yeah. So this is the first hit, so we still have 2 hits. Come on, my friend, kill me quickly. Yes, and the last one. Go. So our spaceship exploded. And now we got another one. You see that the ships, now we have 2 ships, if that makes sense to you, right? So yeah, but let me check something here. I noticed that, let me have a look. How many? Let me see. The shield is a 3, right? Let's go to the game itself. So HP is a 3. Why it's 2? Oh, I think later on it detects that it is okay. So I will set the HP, okay, inside the player spaceship. So if it is, yeah, HP equals 3 semicolon, and that's it. Okay, so as you can see now, you don't have to do anything in the main game. You just say that your spaceship is exploding and the object is gonna manage itself nicely without any problem. So that's okay. So this is the first hit, so still 2. This is gonna be the second hit. Okay, and the third hit in order to lose alive. Okay, good, we lost alive. Okay, so shield -1, and then it changes to 3. That's weird. Anyway, that is very weird. Okay, never mind. Which means there's at some point, yeah. So remove I. Okay, so colliding is invincible. Yes. That is weird. Okay, so there is a problem with the order of execution here that's causing a -1 to appear at some point in the game. So I could either search for that or follow the easy way and patch it, if that makes sense. So I will be kind of lazy. So life is lost, and then yeah, where's the part where start rendering, render the background, yeah, and so on, draw wave ships and shield and player HP. So it's more than equals to 0. And yeah, I would just say HP player.hp equal to 0 just in case. Well, I think that's it. That's not a big deal. You know what? Let me just patch that. Where is it? Where's the code? Okay, there you go. So I will just say here at some point after the updates, where is the HP HP shield? Where's the shield part? HP. So here, if player dot hit point is more than 0, then player dot hit point equals 0. Just in case, if it get executed one more time, we are just, you know, making sure that we are not getting into trouble because of this. So let's give it another try. Let us start the game now. Okay, so get hit by the first one. Nice. We are going to get hit by the second one. Also nice. And when we get hit by the third one, we don't want to see a -1 over here. So let's have a look. 0. And we fix the problem. That is wonderful, right? Okay, so one other thing. Yeah, that's it. So we finished this one. So what happens when the number of ships reaches to 0? We need to get a game over screen, if that makes sense. So if lives equals 0, then current screen, right? What's the variable we are using here? It's called screen, if I'm not mistaken. Where is the render part? Yeah, so screen equals 0, 1, 2, and actually we could use the same screen. So all we have to do, I'm gonna add a flag here. saying that the player is dead. Okay, where is that? Maybe I go to the sprite. You know what? Go to the player spaceship. Okay, so we have these guys in here, invincible, blah blah blah. And now I would just say public boolean player is dead equals false. Okay, so when the player is dead, we won't render anything at all. Okay, if that makes sense. So let us go to the spaceship here, render sprite. So else. So here I will just add a condition. I want the explosion, the last explosion, to be rendered, but also I don't want to render the spaceship after that. So else, you know, if else if not player is dead, if the player is not dead, sorry, okay, then if the player is not dead, I will just have to execute this code. Okay, so if the player is not dead, check if the player is invincible through the coloring, otherwise through the spaceship as it is. Very straightforward. Okay, also, so if the player is exploding, continue the explosion, else if not player is dead, okay, we will do the normal update. That makes sense. Okay, so I will change the number of lives I have. So I will just say I have 1 life only. Okay, so let's go back to the game and let's go back to the part where is it, where is that in the game? Where do we lose a life? Game over. So here I will just say player's dead equals true. So this will indicate that our player is dead now. Okay, so I will set this like that. Okay, so I still want to see the explosion, but also I want to indicate that the player is dead. So let's run the game now. Okay, so let us get killed quickly by the enemies. Okay, so this is the first hit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Second hit. And the last hit. Okay, there's an enemy over here being rendered. Okay. Okay, have a look at that, right? So you can see there's a problem here. There's still a collision detection and a shielding there, blah blah blah. So what should we do is also add few checks here. Okay, if not player's dead and player.invincible equals 0. Okay, that's it. So if I die now, you know, there will be no checking for collision detection. Okay, this is my mistake. Okay, this is basically not the player is dead, but rather sorry about the noise. This is not the player is dead, but rather player in game over. Okay, and also not player dot is exploding. And okay, so I need to check a few things. First, there's no game over. Second, the player is not having an explosion state. And finally, he's not in invincible state. So we could, you know, at that point check for collisions and see what happens. Okay, so let's try this again. Yeah, before that, let me just add a game over screen. Where's the part where we add some text here? Okay, so I'll just say here very simply, if if what? So if player dot player's dead, I will just place a game over in the middle of the screen. So exposition, sorry, float expos equal virtual width divided by 2 minus minus what? This is gonna be get text width. This is gonna be game over. Game over. Or maybe instead of game over, you died or something like that. Divided by 2, semicolon. And finally, I'm gonna just use laser out and just copy and paste things here. This is gonna be game over. Okay, let me remove the extra things here, and this is gonna be exposition, and this is gonna be virtual height divided by 2 so that it appears in the middle of the screen. Okay, and okay, so we got these guys. What is it? Yeah, just checking the English of this word. Okay, nobody there. So we start the game. Kill me quickly, my friend. Okay, we killed the first one. Second one's coming. There's the second one. Third one is coming. Okay, I died now, and we got a game over. Okay, so as you can see, we have 0 ships now, and we are in game over state. Okay, I can still press the buttons, and oh, I could still fire even if I'm dead. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so let's have a look and see. Render the shots. Where is that? Render the buttons. Draw button information. Yeah. Okay, before that I have to check the updates. Process user input. Okay, so here, before I do anything here, if what? If player dot player is dead. If not, if the player is not dead, and player dot is exploding, right? And the player is not exploding. Okay, at that very point I could fire some shots. Okay, so you can see there are few things that you should take into account. This is very interesting. Anyway, and it was very funny. Yeah, basically you could finish the game, you know, even though you are dead. Hilarious. Anyway. Okay, got killed by this one. Oh, and by the way, if I get a game over, also the number of waves should not increase anymore. So we get a game over, and now I press space and nothing happens. This is what's supposed to happen. So let's close this one. And what also do we have? We have to do also, where's the part? Okay, render shots. No. Check the stage. Okay, so here I will also add the following thing here, which is, so if player dot is player dead, so if the player is not dead, okay, I want you to proceed and continue the game, you know, load next stages and so on. Okay, otherwise if the player is dead, I don't want you to finish the whole game, you know, just seeing what type of enemies are coming. So you finish these guys, and I suppose I could add a button for returning to the title screen, if that makes sense. So let me go to game input, because you know, you are hitting the touch in order to shoot the enemies and move left and right, right? So if you click right away, you will go back to the you know, the title, and you don't know what happened. Okay, I want the user to see a game over, and there is a button in the middle of the screen to return, if that makes sense. So what am I going to do is go to the input management. Where is the input management? There's input management here. That's fine. And now I'm gonna create another button. Game over, return to title. Okay, equals, and again I am going to be, as usual, lazy. So copy and paste. So we have virtual width divided by whatever. Yeah, so I'll make it appear in here. Okay, and buttons dot add game over and the title. There you go. And one important thing about this, this is not visible, right? It should not be visible. So here, game over and return to title. Okay. Okay, so let us save this and let's see. So where's the part where we lose? Okay, stage explosion, remove, no, remove the shot, no, not this one. The part where we die, where is it, where is it, where is it? Game over. Okay, so buttons dot get, no, not this one, user input, right? User input dot buttons get. Now, which item, how many buttons? We have 2 buttons at the title, 2, and we have 3 for controlling, so this gives 5, right? And starting in with index 0, so get 5 dot visible equals true. There you go. And also I need to, actually, I would just say hide all of the buttons and just make one available. So here, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna say for int equals 0 and I smaller than user input dot buttons dot size and I plus plus, and all I have to do, I think I already have I there, so I will use J probably. Okay, so we are gonna use J and J plus plus. So all I have to do is say user input dot buttons dot get element J, okay, dot visible equal false. This in effect hides all the button, and then we just want button number 5 to be visible, if that makes sense. And finally we will add the text. Okay, so let me get this one here, copy. Where is the game over? This is the game over, right? Okay, so here I will just say game font, sorry, doesn't draw. Okay, we need to draw batch followed by then to title, or actually just say exit. One word, easy to, you know. This is gonna be exposition plus 100, I think, followed by this guy, but instead of visible I need to see the Y, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, I don't seem to remember what is it here, but anyway, what was the value here? I think it was, sorry, let's say 100 for now. Where's the title? I think I can get it from the title. I actually did that in the title screen. So where's the word credit, credits, title. Okay, start game credit. Okay, this is the one. Control C because this is the one I copied. So game screen. Okay, there you go. We put this one here. Okay, that's fine. Where's the part where we update the user input? Okay, before I do that, you know what? Process user input. Okay, so here I would just say if user input dot buttons dot get 5 dot value. Okay, meaning that I press this button, so all I have to say is that this guy should not be visible. Okay, and the first two buttons, I mean, sorry, 0 1 2 3, this is left, right, and fire. 0 0 1 2, so we have 3 and 4 will be visible, so that I could start the game again. And finally screen equals 0. Okay, so I could go back to the title screen. And that's it. Very straightforward, I suppose. So if this one finishes, we now have, you know, the basic framework of our game. We can start focusing on enemies and adding cool weapons and the stuff. So we start this one, right? So let us get killed quickly. Kill me, my friend. Come on, come on, come on. 2 hits. 1 hit. That's good. Now I need to see the game over. Show me the game over, my friend. Show me the game over. Yes. Okay, so I got the game over, and then right away I got the other one. That is bad. Anyway, let us go back. Okay, where is it? Oh, come on, my friend. Credit screen now. Game screen. Okay, so if we got this one, okay, I just say and not, oh, not visible, it should be value. I'm very stupid, very sorry about that. Yeah, this one, I need to change this from value to clicked, and all the clicked, so that, or touched, for example. Yeah, very stupid of me. Okay, getting first hit, that's fine. Getting the second hit. And this is a game over. And we got the exit, although the text is a little bit far away, so I might, yeah. So I would just click here. Okay, sorry. So the problem now is that when I click on the button, it, you know, it sends to, you know, the switching so fast that it detects, you know, I click on the one underneath. or the one at the title screen, so it runs the credit. So it is working now, but you know, we need to address a few things here. So this one, instead of this, yeah, we might recalculate this one, or you know what, instead of this, just add 50. Okay, yeah, I suppose this will do it, because 16 by 3, there's going to be 30, 40, 48, something. Okay, so that will be it, I suppose. That will be nice. So this is the first thing. Now let's go back to the clicking part. Where's when you click on the exit game button, sorry, exit to title button, where's that? Where is that? Update user input, blah blah blah. Not this one. Yeah, this one. So now so this one's the second button, right? So all I have to do is say this one dot value equals true, and also the other one, old value, also equal true. Okay, I think that will do it, but also I will go to the player spaceship and make the number of lives, the HP 1 and lives is 1, so one hit will kill me right away so that I could debug faster. Let's have a look. Okay, so now I start the game and I should get a game over right away. Game over. So I click this one. Okay, same problem. Okay, so this doesn't work. Maybe one lazy solution is to simply just change the location of the button. Okay, if that makes sense. Or maybe, okay, wait a second, redo that, return things to the way they were. Okay, so let's see, Control C, V. Okay, so let me just say value, old value. Okay, so we get these. Now let me go to the title screen, just make sure, where is the title screen. Okay, so here I will just say add not user input dot buttons dot get 3 old value. That's wonderful. So the check here is that I am saying if it is not being continuously clicked, so this will solve the issue for us. Go not old value. Oops. Not. Yes. So this should be it. Okay. Okay, so this should be it, if that makes sense to you guys. And yeah, so let's run. I think now it will work. If it doesn't work, that would be very embarrassing as usual. Okay, come on my friends, destroy me quickly. Game over. Click. Did you see that? Okay, so start again. Sorry. What? Oh, so another thing. We are in the game over state. So if I click here, I need to restart things or restart the player to its previous state or his previous glory. So in the title, start the game, right? So this one starts the game, if that makes sense. And now I would just say player equals null, and then a player equals new spaceship. Oh, sorry. Okay, semicolon. Did I make some initialization to the player itself? I wonder. Let me see the create here. Sprite sheet, the player, new player, and there is nothing else to do. I suppose that's it. So let us start this, and now let us kill ourselves and start a new game. See what happens. Start the game. Okay. Getting killed right away. Exit. Start another game. Okay. Oh, it doesn't work. So there is another flag that's affecting things, if that makes sense. So oh, I think I got it. In addition to resetting the player object, I need to where is that? Where is the part where we are resetting the player object. We need to reset the stage. So stage, right, so here stage equals 0, and the stage timer equals 0 as well. That should be it, right? So yeah, stage timer equal to 0, so blah blah blah. And okay, so stage enemies, I need to clear them, and stage explosion, I need to clear these. Yeah, so these three lists also need to be cleared. Stage counter, yeah. So I'll copy this. Title screen, okay. So let me just say these lists are staying the way they are. Just this one, I will recreate it. Okay, or we could actually clear it, so no problem there. Either way, it should be the same. I'm not sure about the performance penalties we got there, but anyway. So we recreate these lists, which in effect initializes them again. And yeah, that's it. So we create a new list of shots, a new list of enemies, a new list of explosions, and we create a new player, set everything back to its initial state, and let us run the game. Start that. Give it a second, please. A game over. Exit. Start. Okay, so there is something else. I have to debug it. So let me run a debug now. Okay, and let me put a breakpoint at this location here. Okay, this is taking a little bit too long, but anyway, so okay, so we are starting the game. That's fine. I'll just press F9. Okay, so this is a previous window that is running. Just remove that anyway. So get a exit. Okay, so now we start again. Okay, let's see. So here I'll press F8. Screen is 1, that's fine. Hide these, show these, no problem. The player, recreate him, the stage, the enemies, the explosions, and the shots. So I am going to render things here, draw, and finish, blah blah blah. Okay, so now, okay, F8, F8, F8. Oh, it went to the code of libgdx. Very sorry about that. Yeah, I'm very sorry. So now let's go back to render here and press F9. Okay, so screen is 1. So if we press F8 and F8, now we should be able to see the game. What's happening here? So I press F7. So is the player dead? Actually, the player object, he is not dead. The stage is less than 3, so I will just say stage plus plus. So I am going to do what? I will load this and stage timer. That's fine. I will check the time difference. Okay, that's fine. Stage timer, what's the value here? It's 10. Time difference, something like that. Okay, so we have, what do we have here? Stage enemies. Okay, this is what size. Okay, okay, now remove these guys, no problem. Okay, again, so we update this. Okay, user input, blah blah blah. Is the player dead? False. Okay, so yeah, input. Okay, so let me get this one. Oh, this one, I'm very sorry, this one is still true. Okay, so I need to check, you know, this one need to be set to false. Okay, the value itself. So this one is true. So if I press F8, it will get this guy, and you know, we exit again. So all I have to do, I just say forget about this one, make it false so that it doesn't get to true again. My mistake, I'm very sorry. So let me stop this. Okay, and now let me run this again. Okay, and we start the game now. Okay, this is a game. Okay, game over. I click here, I start the game, and now it is working fine. I should get another wave. It's another wave, and we get killed. I exit the game to the title, and I start another one. Okay, how cool is that? Now everything is working fine. So now we are ready to the next stage, where we improve the shape of the spaceship. We start creating different types of enemies because these guys are for test only. Okay, so that we'll start with that in the next video. Finally, thank you for watching, and have a nice day. Bye bye. Okay, and we stop here. Stop recording. Oh, okay, almost an hour.